Hello students, in our previous video we discussed the resistance and factors affecting the resistance. So now in this video we are discussing about one is the conductivity, second one how the resistivity depends upon the conductor, that means on which factors that resistivity is depends. We know that resistivity of the material depends upon the temperature. That one does not depends upon the dimensions. How that is dependent? At the same time, color coding of the carbon resistors, color coding. All these concepts we will discussing right now. Okay, thanks. So first one is the conductivity. So conductivity is denoted with the letter sigma. Conductivity is denoted with the letter sigma. So how we define that conductivity? Actually, conductivity is the measure of the ability of the material to conduct the electric current. Yes, okay. Yes. What is conductivity? Conductivity is nothing but that is the measure of ability of the conductor or material to conduct the electric current through the conductor. Actually, here this one is defined as that is nothing but the reciprocal of the resistivity. Conductivity is nothing but the reciprocal of the resistivity. What is the conductivity? That is nothing but the measure of ability of the material to conduct the electric current. Measure of ability of the material to conduct the electric current. So that is nothing but the reciprocal of the resistivity. Reciprocal of the resistivity we are calling the conductivity. Reciprocal of the resistance is the conductance. Conductance is denoted with the letter capital G. Capital G is equal to 1 by R. Reciprocal of the resistivity. Reciprocal of the resistance. Reciprocal of the resistance is conductance. Reciprocal of the resistivity is called as the conductivity. Yes. So what is the units for this conductivity? So if conductivity value is the more, its conductance is the more, means more current is passing through it. When resistivity is more, that is the resistivity, when resistivity is more, current passing through the conductor is less. Reciprocal of the resistivity, that is the conductivity. So what is the units for this one? That is nothing but the 1 by ohm meter. Already we know the units of the rho. What is rho? Rho is nothing but the resistivity units. Yes, R is directly proportional to L by A. To remove that proportionality we use the one constant. R is equal to rho into L by A. From this one, rho is equal to R into A by L. That is nothing but the ohm meter square by meter. Cancel, that is equal to ohm meter. Ohm meter is the unit for the resistivity. What about the conductivity? There is nothing but the reciprocal of the resistivity. 1 by ohm meter. Okay, 1 by ohm meter. So if you observe, for the materials which are the good conductors, means first one we are taking alpha for the different materials. For the perfect conductors, conductivity becomes infinity. For good conductors, for perfect conductors, that sigma is equal to infinity. So means resistivity becomes 0. Here resistivity becomes 0. No abstraction to flow the current. So for perfect conductor, sigma is equal to infinity. That means rho is equal to 0. In case of the perfect insulators, sigma is equal to 0, means there is nothing but the rho is equal to infinity. When rho is equal to infinity, so 1 by infinity becomes 0. That one approaches to 0. For the perfect conductors, sigma value is equal to infinity. That one is the maximum value. Maximum value. At that situation, resistivity becomes 0. In case of the perfect insulator, sigma is equal to 0, means in that situation resistivity becomes maximum, that is the infinity. That one is the infinity. Okay. Next one. Yes. Next one. Show that rho is equal to m by n e square tau. Rho is equal to m by n e square tau. That is also equal to 1 by sigma. Reciprocal of the conductivity is the resistivity. So that is also equal to 1 by sigma. How we prove this one? Listen perfectly. Yes. Proof here. So we know that Ohm's law, according to the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. According to the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. From this one, V by I is equal to R. So V is equal to IR. From that one, V by I is equal to R. Yes, observe here. From this one, this is nothing but the one constant. That is nothing but the resistance. That is the one constant. Resistance, that is nothing but the one constant. So here I am taking that is the V by I is equal to. V means that is the potential difference. I is the current. We know the relation between the electric field intensity and electric potential. In case when we consider a conductor having the length L and area of the cross section capital A, so that is connected to the terminals of the battery having the potential difference V volts. The electric field inside of the conductor, that is the capital E. Length of the conductor is equal to L. So E is equal to V by L. There is nothing but the relation in between the potential difference and electric field intensity. Electric field intensity is also defined negative gradient of the electric potential. Negative gradient of the electric potential. That is the E bar is equal to minus dV by dr. This is in the vector form and this is the scalar form. This is vector form and that is the scalar form. From this one, V is equal to how much? From this one, V is equal to E into L. V is equal to E into L. That is nothing but E into L by I is equal to. We know the relation in between the drift velocity and current. Drift velocity I is equal to Vd in EA. Vd E N A. Here Vd is the drift velocity and this is E is equal to charge of the electron, N is equal to number of electrons per unit volume, A is the area of cross section of the conductor. So means from this one, Vd ENA, I is equal to Vd ENA. So one more thing we know that is the drift velocity is equal to how much? Already we derived this expression, Vd is equal to, drift velocity Vd is equal to, that is nothing but E into capital E into tau by mass of the electron. Vd is equal to E into capital E into tau by m, that is nothing but the mass of the electron. Substitute Vd value here, therefore that is equal to E into L by, here this one is equal to, what is the Vd? Vd is nothing but the E into capital E into tau whole by m. What is the tau? Average relaxation time, not the relaxation, average relaxation time. So into E into N into A. Therefore E cancel from this one. So this is nothing but the M into L by E into E square N into tau into A. So this is the V by I is equal to ML by E square N into tau into A. So observe here, already we know that R is equal to, yes. Here this is the R is equal to V by I, that is equal to rho into L by A. Resistance of the material depends upon the dimensions. Resistance of that material is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area of cross section. So means from this one, if you compare these two expressions, this is the equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Compare 1 and 2. Compare equation 1 and equation 2. So when we compare those two equations, rho is equal to m by n e square into tau. Rho is equal to m by n e square into tau. Rho is equal to m by n e square into tau. That is only required expression. Already we know that rho is equal to how much? That is nothing but the reciprocal of the conductivity. Or maybe they want to prove it. Sigma is equal to n e square tau by n. Both are same. Sigma is equal to n e square tau by n. Both are same. Okay. So if you observe here, this m is the mass of the electron. This is the n is nothing but the number of the electrons per unit volume. E is the charge of the electron. Tau is the average relaxation time. Tau is average relaxation. Here all physical quantities, mass of the electron, that is a constant. Number of the electrons per unit volume, that one depends upon the nature of the material. For different materials, they have the different number of charge carriers per unit volume. So E, this is the charge of the electron. Tau is depends upon the nature of the tau is depends upon the temperature. So almost here all are the constant physical quantities. Actually, constant means this rho value is not depends upon the length and area of the cross section, means dimensions. Rho does not depends upon the dimensions. That one depends upon the nature of the material. Depends upon the n value and tau value. Rho is changes. Depends upon the n and tau value. That one is rho is changes. Okay. That one depends upon the nature of the material, not on the dimensions. Okay. Next one. Yes. Next one. Prove that sigma is equal to n e mu. N means number of charge carriers, number of electrons per unit volume. E is the charge of the electron and mu is the mobility. Already we learned the mobility. Mobility mu is equal to drift velocity per unit electric field. So here there is nothing but the drift velocity. We know that E into capital E into tau by n whole by capital E. E cancel. Therefore, mu is equal to E into tau by n. Mobility mu is equal to E into tau by n. E is the charge of the electron and tau is the relaxation time, average relaxation time, and m is the mass of the electron. So right now we want to prove it. Sigma is equal to n e mu. How that is proved? Yes, we know that rho is equal to m by n e square into tau. That is nothing but the 1 by sigma. From this one, sigma is equal to how much? N e square into tau by n. That is sigma is equal to n into e into tau by n. So e square, we write it e into e. But observe this one, e into tau by n. E into tau by n is nothing but the mu. Therefore, sigma is equal to n e into mu. So here sigma is the conductivity. Conductivity is equal to n into e into mu. When number of the charge carriers in that conductor is increases, conductivity increases. So next mu, this is the mobility. Mu is nothing but the mobility. Okay, sigma is equal to n e mu. Okay, next one we will. Yes, in case of the resistivity also we discussed that resistivity does not depends upon the dimensions. Resistivity does not depends upon the dimensions. Resistivity depends upon the nature of the material. At the same time, temperature. That one depends upon the temperature. So resistivity depends upon the nature of the material and temperature, but that one does not depends upon the dimensions. But R is depends upon the dimensions. Resistance is depends upon the length and area of the cross section. Resistance is depends upon the length and area of the cross section. But resistivity, this is the specific resistance or resistivity. Resistivity is independent on the dimensions. That one depends upon the nature of the material, at the same time temperature. Nature of the material and temperature. Right now, how that resistivity depends upon the temperature. The resistivity of the material is approximately related like this. That is the rho naught comma rho t is the rho naught comma rho t. That one is the resistivity of the given material at temperature 0 degrees Celsius, and this one is at the T degrees Celsius. At a T degrees Celsius. The resistivity of the material, that one is related like this. That is the rho T is equal to rho naught into 1 plus alpha into temperature difference. That is nothing but rho T is equal to rho naught into 1 plus alpha into T. 1 plus alpha into T. Resistivity of the given material is depends upon the temperature. How that one is depends. Rho T is equal to rho naught into 1 plus alpha into T. Here delta T, that is nothing but the temperature difference. Temperature difference is equal to 1 is the 0 degrees Celsius, and the second one is at the T degrees Celsius. T minus 0, that is nothing but the T degrees only. So here alpha is called temperature coefficient of resistance. Alpha is the temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance. Its units are the, that is nothing but the 1 by Kelvin or 1 by degree Celsius. 1 by Kelvin or 1 by degree Celsius. Observe here, for different materials, alpha is the different. If alpha is the positive, if alpha is equal to positive, means when alpha value becomes positive, with respect to the rise in the temperature, its resistivity is also increases. Means resistance is also increases. When temperature is, when alpha is the positive, observe this one, total this value is more than that of the one. Total this value, bracket value, this one is the more than that of the one. When this value is more than that of the one, means there is a, here rho T value is increases, means here rho T means resistivity at a T degrees Celsius. T temperature or T degree Kelvin. T kelvins, not degree, T kelvins. So here, when alpha value is the positive, then resistivity is increases. So this is the, in case of the conductors, for the conductors alpha value is the positive. For the metals, alpha value is the positive. So means when temperature is increases, its resistivity is also increases. Means resistance is also increases. In case, if alpha is equal to negative, alpha value is the negative. When alpha value is equal to negative, means when temperature is increases, its resistivity is decreases. When alpha becomes negative, this total value below the 1, the value is below the 1. So when this value is below 1, rho T is the compulsory, that one is below the rho naught value. Rho naught value. So means for in case when alpha value becomes negative, in which substances alpha becomes negative? Alpha becomes negative for the semiconductors. In case of the semiconductors, in case of these semiconductors, in the situation alpha value is that is when temperature is increases, its resistivity is decreases. That one we will learn in case of the semiconductors topic also. At 0 degrees Kelvin, at 0 degrees Celsius, at 0 degrees Celsius, semiconductor just behaves like an insulator. When its temperature approaches to the room temperature, then its conductivity is increases. Conductivity is increases means resistivity is decreases. So in case of the semiconductors, when temperature is increases, resistivity is decreases. In case of the conductors, best example metals. In case of the metals, alpha is the positive. When temperature is increases, resistivity is also increases in case of the conductor. In case of the, if alpha is nearly equal to 0, this is for the alloys. In case of the alloys, alpha is equal to 0 means with respect to the temperature, the resistivity value does not change. Such type of the alloys we are using in case of the to prepare the constant resistors, means fixed resistors. Best example, resistance boxes. In case practically we are applying using that one resistance box. In case of the resistance box, with respect to the rise in the temperature, if resistivity is changes, then resistance is also changes. Practically we are not getting the correct values. So for that purpose, for the lab purpose, we are using the alloys material. Why we are using the alloys? Why? Because its alpha value is equal to, nearly equal to 0, not exactly, nearly equal to 0. When that alpha value is nearly equal to 0, then what happened? So its resistivity value does not change. With respect to the increase in the temperature, its resistivity value does not change. In case of the meter bridge experiment also, we are using the manganese wire. That is the made up of the mixture of the metals, that is the alloy, that is alloys. Okay, so in that purpose we are using the alloys. In case of the lab purpose, especially lab purpose, we are using the alloy materials, means mixture of the materials. Okay, so when temperature is increases, in some substances resistivity is increases, in some substances resistivity is decreases, in some substances resistivity does not changes. When materials which are having the positive value of the alpha, in that situation resistivity increases. When alpha is negative, resistivity is decreases. When alpha is equal to 0, that is for the alloys, resistivity does not changes. Resistivity does not change. How that one is changes in case of the nickel, at the same time copper materials. Once we will observe that one also. So we are representing that one with the graph. So for the copper, resistivity is taken on the y-axis. Resistivity is taken on the y-axis. That is easily order of the 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. And temperature is taken on the x-axis. Temperature is taken on the x-axis. Here, when temperature is increases, resistivity is also increases in case of the copper. Copper is the conductor. So in that situation, when temperature is increases, its resistivity is also increases. Means resistance is also increases. This is in case of the copper. So in the nickel, observe, in case of the nickel, here we are getting not linear one. With respect to the rise in the temperature, resistivity is increases, correct? But that is not the linear one. In case of the nickel, when temperature is increases, resistivity is also increases linearly. Rho into 10 to the power, that means rho value, that is in the order of the 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. Here is also some value is in the order of the 10 to the power minus 8. Rho value is in the order of the 10 to the power minus 8. Here we are getting the straight line, that one is like this. So when temperature is increases, resistivity is continuously increases. In case of the semiconductors, say here rho is in the order of the 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. So here temperature is taken on the x-axis. Temperature is taken on the x-axis. In case of the semiconductors, when temperature is increases, resistivity is decreases. Resistivity is decreases. So these two are the conductors, that is the semiconductor. Already we know that in case of the semiconductors, alpha is the negative. When alpha is negative, means with respect to the increase in the temperature, its resistivity is decreases. In case of the conductors, with respect to the rise in the temperature, increase in the temperature, resistivity is increases. Here resistivity decreases, here resistivity is increases. Okay, yes, observe that one. Next one is the color code of resistors. Color code of resistors. For different electrical and electronic purposes. So we are using the different values of the resistors. Different values of the resistors. Okay. Here these resistors are divided into the two categories, that is the two types. One is the wire wound resistors, second one is the carbon resistors. Wire wound resistors. First one is the wire wound resistors. Second one is the carbon resistors. Carbon resistors. So we know that the resistance is depends upon the dimensions. Resistance is depends upon the dimension. If we want the more value of the resistance, R is directly proportional to L. R is directly proportional to L. If you want the big value of the resistance, huge value of the resistance, then L value is also more. When we are taking the big wire, that one is wound on a cylindrical drum. That is the wire wound resistors. That one takes the, here in this situation, that one requires the more length of the wire. That is wound on the cylindrical bonds, cylinder on the cylinder. Okay, but in case of the carbon resistors, this one is the very less in size. These are the very less in size compared to the wire wound resistors. Carbon resistor size is the very less. Very less. Here that one is consist of the, that is the, yes. Here this one is nothing but the carbon resistor. Actually, here this is made up with the carbon, and this one consists of the two wires to conduct two wires. These are connected like this. Here different colors are there. For different colors, that one represent the different values of the resistances. So here, when we hold the resistor, tolerance is always must and should in our right hand side. If you hold, this is the carbon resistor. If you hold the carbon resistor by using our right hand, that carbon resistor, in that one tolerance. What is tolerance? I will discuss that one also. Tolerance must and should be in our right hand side. So here first one we are calling the digit. Second one is that is also digit 1 and digit 2. Third one is the multiply, and fourth one is the tolerance. Fourth one is the tolerance. For different colors, here these digits are maybe multiple or maybe tolerance. That one consists of the different colors. That different colors represent the different values of the resistance. How that is? We will discussing that one also. Yes. Observe here. Here different colors. We are color coding. Try to observe. First one is the digit. Second one is the yes. First one is the digit. Yes, sir. Okay. We are representing. Observe. This is the first color, and second one is the digit. Third one is the multiply, and fourth one is the tolerance. Fourth one is tolerance. So first, what is a color? For different colors, we mentioned different colors, that its resistance value is different. For the first one is the first color, that is nothing but the black. Black. So for that one, digit is equal to 0. Multiply is the 10 to the power 0. There is no tolerance. For that color, there is no tolerance. Next, second one is the brown. Brown. For this one, digit is the 1. Third one, red. Fourth one is the orange. Fifth one is the yellow. Sixth one is the green. Sixth one is the green. And seventh one, yes, blue. Eighth one, gray. Eighth one is the violet. Violet. Next one is the gray. Ninth one is the gray, not next one. Ninth one is the gray. Next, 10th one, white. 11th one is the silver. 10th one is 11th. 12th one is the gold silver. 11th one is the gold silver. And last one is the no color. Maybe that is not visible. Yes, up to here, you remember. So last 13th one is the no color. So here observe: black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, grey, white, gold, silver. No color. Okay. So for the black, digit is the 0. For the brown, that is the 1. Red, 2. Orange, 3. Yellow, 4. Green, 5. Blue, 6. Violet, 7. Next one, grey, 8. White, 9. For these two, here digit is not there. Next one, for here, this one, for the multiplier 10 to the power 0, what is the value here? That power only. So this is the 10 to the power 1, for this one 10 to the power 2, for this one 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 4, 10 to the power 5, 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power 7, this is the 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power 9. So here tolerance is there. For the gold, 5%, for the silver, 10%, and for the last one, no color. Here I am writing here, no color, that is the 20%. So in case when we are taking the one resistor, that a tolerance means either gold or maybe silver or maybe no color. That one must and should in our right hand side. We are moving from the left to the right. We will solve one problem also based on that concept. Yes. So you remember this one. Must and should you remember. Here how we remember that one. Here a simple trick is also there. B.B. Roy, Great Britain. Very good. Wife have, okay, B.B. Roy, Great Britain, very good wife, have gold silver necklace. Have gold silver necklace, necklace. B.B. Roy, Great Britain, very good wife, have. For this one, this is not nothing. Yes. So B.B. Roy, Great Britain, very good wife, have gold, silver necklace. For this one, no digit, no color is there. Yes. First one, this is the B means this is black. First one black. Second one is the brown. So third one, R means red, O means orange, Y means yellow. So in this one, capital letter, that is the nothing but the underline letter. G means that is the green, B means blue, and V means violet. Next G means this is the grey, that is grey, and here white. W means there is nothing but the white. Gold, silver necklace. Gold, silver necklace. Necklace means N means no color. Last one is the no color. We are solving one problem based on that one. So here, something first question. This is the one carbon resistor. This is the one carbon resistor. Here this one is the given red, and this one is the yellow. Third one is the blue. Fourth one is the silver. Silver. So what is the resistance of that resistor? Observe. First two digits. First two are the digits. Digit 1, this is the digit 2. First we mentioned that one. Digit 1, digit 2 multiplier tolerance. Digit 1, digit 2 multiplier tolerance. So first observe the red color in digits. Red color in digits. How much that is? 2. 2. Next. Second one, yellow is also in digits. Yellow, that is the 4. 2 into 2 4, that is the 24. Next one, multiplier means into blue color. For the blue, 10 to the power multiplier 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6 plus or minus silver. Silver have the tolerance, that is the 10%. Silver have the tolerance, that is the 10%. What is this 10%? The total value may be 10% more or maybe less. 10% more or maybe 10% less. So this is nothing but 24 mega ohms. 24 mega ohms plus or minus 10%. Plus or minus 10%. Okay, one more problem. We will solve one more problem. Question number 2. Yes. This is the one carbon resistor. So here this is the yellow, black, and this one is the red, and last one is the gold. That one is the last one is the gold. Yellow, black, red, and last one is the gold. First two digits, first two colors are observed in the digits. First two colors are observed in the digits. Observe, first one is the yellow. Yellow means there is a 4. Next, black means black is equal to 0. 40. Into, third one is the multiplier. Red multiplier, there is a 10 to the power 2. So 10 to the power 2. Plus or minus, for the gold, tolerance is equal to 5%. Means 4 into 10 to the power 3 plus or minus 5%. That is a 4 kilo ohms plus or minus 5%. 4 kilo ohms plus or minus 5. Or maybe, one more, if they given the value, how we find out the colors? Yes, observe here, one more problem. So question number 3 is, here they given the resistance that is equal to 45 into 10 to the power 6 plus or minus 10%. First observe, first two are in the digits. 4 means that is the yellow. Second one, 5 means that is the green. Next one, 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6 means that is the blue. And last one, 10%. That is the tolerance. 10% tolerance for which color? Sorry, which color? That is the silver. For silver. So these are the colors. If they given the carbon resistor, we find out the resistance. If they given the resistance value also, we find out those colors. Okay. So today's I am stopping here. So remaining one, that is the next concept, is the combination of the resistors. We will discuss that one in the next video. Thank you all of you.